we're talking about double-edged razor blades, because without them, these guys are completely useless. Double-edged razor blades, as well as the razors to go along with them, have been around since about 1904. Now, unfortunately, they lost popularity due to these guys here, disposable and cartridge razors, for quite a while. However, recently, that has started to change as more and more men and women even look for a cheaper as well as a more eco-friendly way to shave. See, double-edged razors are very cheap as well as recyclable. Double-edged razors come in packs of 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, and even some 200 packs out there. And they all come in at a fraction of the cost of your standard cartridge refill. Most double-edge or DE blades, for the sake of this video, come in a appropriately sized box for however many you have ordered. Usually the box is branded. All individual blades are all wrapped in a piece of parchment with a small dab of glue or wax directly on the blade to keep the parchment closed. Depending on the DE blade that you buy, some of them will even be wrapped in a paper kind of envelope here with the parchment wrapped blade inside. Now, not only can you find packs of blades that have one brand in them, but you can also buy them in multi-packs such as this that have multiple brands as well as a couple of each blade in it. These are so that you can test out and find out what blades work best in your razor or which ones just work better for your hair. A double-edged razor has 3 parts to it. They are rectangles with 2 long sides and 2 shorter sides. The long sides are the cutting edges and should be avoided with fingers at all cost. The short sides, although thin, should not be sharp enough to cut you and are safe for handling. The slit in the middle of the double-edged razor would be your third part, and this has actually evolved from about 1904 to the early 1930s. Because of this evolution, it has a lot of flexibility as well as it is pretty much compatible with any double-edged razor out there. Most find the double-edged blade in a double-edged razor will last about 7 shaves. However, this may vary for you. To change or install a blade in your double-edged razor is really dependent on the type of razor that you have. For a 2 or 3 piece razor, you will simply unscrew the handle from the head. On a 2-piece, the bottom plate will stay connected to the handle. Once you have separated the handle, the head pieces will be loose and you can go ahead and separate those. Now, due to the glue or wax used before you installed it on the razor, it may stick to the top or bottom plate. You just want to remove the blade using the safe sides. Once you have the blade safely in your fingers, you're going to want to install it into something like a blade bank or somewhere where you can just stockpile your blades safely. If you happen to have a razor that has a slit on the top like so, you are looking at a butterfly double-edged razor. And these are probably about the simplest razors to change out the blade on. On the bottom of it, there is a knob that you will turn to open the razor head. Once you have done that, you can simply grab the razor blade by its sides and put it into your blade bank. Now that you have the razor apart without a blade in it, that is when you are going to grab your new blade. Now these all come wrapped pretty much the exact same way. So you're going to very carefully fold back all of the wings on the little blade envelope. Then you are going to grab the blade by the short sides. Remember, the short sides are the safe sides. Now all that we need to do is everything in reverse. For the butterfly one, you simply put the razor blade in and close it up and you are good to go. For a 2 and 3 piece, to install a new blade, you're going to take the top and your new blade, line up the pegs on the top of the head with the razor blade, drop the blade into place. Take the bottom plate and line it up to the pegs on the top piece. Then simply tighten the handle onto these pieces. And you're ready to shave. Now there is one other type of razor that takes a double edge blade, and that is the single edge razor. Now you might be saying, well, these blades have two sides, so how do we get one blade? Well, that's fairly simple. The easiest way to do this I have found is to take the razor blade while it's still in the parchment paper, and you basically fold it in half. Now, inspect the parchment paper to make sure that the blade is not showing before you do this, because you will cut yourself otherwise. Once you've inspected it and determined that you are not at risk of cutting yourself, you will simply take the blade, I use both hands for this, and push down in the center. Now you'll be able to just fold that blade right in half until you hear two little snaps. Then you can simply unfold the parchment paper and you will see that you now have two separate blades. Hopefully this video has taught you something about double-edged razor blades and how to change them out of your particular razor. If you have any questions, of course, go ahead and leave them down below. In the video description, I also have included some links for you to check out some different double-edged blades, as well as a few multi-packs that I think are good deals. Now that you know how to change out your double-edged razors, you'll need to know how to take care of them. And in this video up here, you'll learn just that. Down below, that's going to be a video that you'll probably find interesting as well. Until next time, as always, you have a good one.